We got new uniforms and a practice squad. Let's freaking go. What's up? Good morning. Welcome to Huddle Up. I'm Grant Cohn. That's Nick Talks Niners and Maj Sports. We got sort of an instant reaction show of sorts because the practice squad is out and the new uniforms are out. So we'll get to the practice squad in a minute because what's more important than, players on a team is the uniforms that they wear. It's very important. I'm going to get a picture of it on the screen in a minute. But before I do, what is your guys' instant reaction? It's been out for about an hour. Do you like them? Would you cop them or would you drop them?
Oh, I'm copping.
That was crazy.
I think out of all of the jerseys, Grant, if you look at all the rivalry uniforms, I think they're the best ones. Oh, maybe that's just because I'm a Niners fan, but I think it's a cop. I literally woke up early just to refresh the Niners Instagram page just to watch the video. I'm copping them. They're tough. They're incredible.
Yeah,
Tough.
Yeah.
I think they're sick.
That's new lingo, Grant. Tough.
You can tell they're sick too to the players. Like the players were absolutely eating them. Like they were loving that shit. Did you see how McCaffrey was?
I don't know. I feel so old right now. Tough and eaten. They eat the jerseys. It's crazy, man. They're edible.
Did you see how McCaffrey was walking? He's like walking. He's like, "Sup?" Like
that's true.
Feel like
maybe he'll be more confident now because he has these. But they're only going to wear these once, week 18. But they have it in the back of their head that is coming.
No, but Grant, that's the one thing that I hate. Why are they like? The main thing with these jerseys is what I'm like hoping is like we wear them week 18 and then maybe next season we like bring them back and we wear them more because like what's the point of wearing these jerseys one time and then never wearing them ever again? Like
it feels like a soft launch, right? Like they're not really certain that people are going to like it. Here's my thing with the jersey. I'm the old guy here, so I think they're a good execution of a black on black Niners jersey. They tried it 10 years ago. There was not enough gold. It looked pretty plain. The saloon font is nice. Yeah, I'll say that. But to me, as a 37-year-old, it still looks strange seeing the Niners try to pull off black on black. That's to me like the Packers trying to pull off black on black or the Cowboys. Like the Niners are one of 6 or 7 teams in the NFL that truly has an iconic color scheme. There's no other team in pro sports that uses crimson and gold. That's the Niners. So why would you stray away from that?
But Grant, what would you do otherwise if you could add black? What would you do? I feel like all of our jerseys would look the exact same. Like every jersey would just be red. Oh, this jersey's gold. Oh,
isn't that kind of what the Raiders do? Isn't that kind of what the Cowboys do? Isn't that kind of what the Packers and the Steelers do? Like they don't deviate too much. They might go to a throwback, something or other. But like the teams that go all black are the teams that are kind of new that don't have history, like the Ravens or the Jaguars or the Falcons or those kind of teams. And I feel like the Niners. Why would you lower yourself to the level of the Jaguars just to capitalize on a trend? But again, I'm 37 and wearing a pink generic hoodie today. That's, $30.
I don't know. Grant, I think like I kind of get what you're saying. I don't really get like everyone taught like even before the stream started, you're like, oh, like the Raiders wear black, we can't wear black. I literally don't care. It's a jersey. Like we're wearing it these one time. I don't think it'll affect people that much. Like, but I don't know. I love them. I am so excited. I woke up early today because that's why I thought they were going to like drop on NFL.com, but they weren't out. So I guess I have to wait till September 10th now. So that sucks.
Dude, but
are you guys getting the Jake Moody jersey? You're going to get the Jake Moody rivalry jersey?
That's Jake Moody on the left. He's on the graphic. Horrible. Grant, he's on the graphic. That's him right on the left of Purdy. That's Jake Moody. 100%.
I think that's Lenore.
Oh, 100% it's Lenore. There's no way they put Moody on a graphic.
No.
That would be insane.
Well, what I want to know though is if they're gonna wear the helmets more.
The black one? You like the black helmet?
Yeah, the black helmets are sick. Like I think
it would look.
They're tough, dude. I just think the black helmets would look so good and like with the other unis too. Like it wouldn't just look good with these. Like I think it would look good with all the other unis.
Okay, here's my thing. Look. You might be right. To me, so they're only going to play these these in week 18. If they're like the number 1 seed in the NFC heading into that game, these will look so tough, to use Nick's word. But if they're like in last place like last year and they're like sort of maybe in the last game of the Kyle Shanahan era, it would look real weird to go out like that. It's like, man, You wore these and then got fired afterward? That's rough.
Well-
That is not tough. That is rough. So it's going to be interesting to see like what kind of context these are unveiled in. I mean,
No.
these are either the jerseys they wear right before they go to the playoffs or right before their season ends. It's going to be interesting.
My worst case scenario is not that they're last place, though. My worst case scenario is that they have nothing to fight for.
Yes.
And it's just a shit game. That's my worst case scenario.
Yeah.
And Purdy's not wearing them. Kittle's not wearing them. Like, that's just the, like, don't all the other teams have, like, they're playing in these jerseys for like 2-3 games and then they give us one game against the Seahawks? Like, how is there not a rivalry game between the Niners and the Rams? How is there not, like, how is that not a, like, it makes
It
no
should be
sense.
multiple.
It should, but they just, I don't know.
Who is the Niners rival? I mean, when I was growing up, it was the Cowboys, but now it seems like the Cowboys rival is more like the Eagles, although the Eagles were the Niners rival for like 2 years. It was the Seahawks for like 5 or 6. Do they have a rival? I don't even know. It's the Cardinals.
100% it's
not
the
the
Cardinals.
100%. No one cares about the Cardinals. Not even people in Arizona.
No, I don't know. Right when I
That's why
right
they
when
have
I
black on
saw
black
like
jerseys.
right when I saw the list like drop of like who we're playing against, and we had one game it's only against, like, how are we not wearing these jerseys against the Rams? It makes no sense. No sense. I don't know.
Is this like a league-wide Week 18 thing that all the teams are going to be wearing these
No.
jerseys Week 18?
No, I think the
it's just-
Seahawks wear them like,
it's just a
No,
game,
it's when you
yeah.
face your rivalry opponent. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
I think
Makes
so.
sense.
But we face the Rams, so like why wouldn't we wear the, I don't know. I'm not
I just think it would be a really weird look to unveil these new uniforms if you're 6-10. Like you gotta have
Some teams got to do it.
at least 11 wins before you wear
that's
these.
the Cardinals' job. The Cardinals will do
Yeah,
that.
one team, at least a couple of them actually.
Because
have
wasn't
to
the
do
problem
it.
with the old black uniforms is that you unveiled them during Tom Sula's year, so you were instantly they were like associated with chaos.
Was it? I thought it was with Harbaugh and Kaepernick.
Was it?
It was with Harbaugh and Kaepernick.
Am I wrong?
Yes,
think
because
it
I
was with
remember
Harbaugh
that,
and
and I
Kaepernick.
was
Was it
young.
2014 or 20? I thought it was 25th anyway.
I don't know.
It just seems like-
Chad will know.
I associate it with a tough time in the organization, but you know what? It seems like things are up. I mean, they just had a great training camp. They got a ton of depth on this team. We all expect them to go 13-4. I think I said 13-4. Maj said 15-2. 15-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about some real issues. We
17-0.
talked about uniforms enough. The Niners cut Jeff Wilson Jr. They
Mhm.
probably thought he'd go to their practice squad, but he went to the Dolphins. Do you think the Niners messed up getting rid of Jeff Wilson Jr. so they could keep Jordan James and Isaac Guerrero?
Yeah. I mean, it's good to keep them, but I love Jeff Wilson Jr., man. Like he
You know what you're
like,
going to get
you
with Jeff
saw-
Wilson Jr.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. You saw him in the preseason, like you know what you're gonna get. He rarely gets injured. He's just a tough player and a good locker room guy.
I don't know. I think you're. I love Jeff Wilson, but like I think you like Jeff Wilson just because of the memories. I think you have to. I definitely don't. I'm kind of on the edge, like of I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Isaac Guerrero right now. I don't know how to feel. Jordan James. I mean, he broke his finger. He's back now. He looks really good. It's just Isaac Guerrero's the guy that I'm kind of worried about because seems like the guy walks and he gets injured. Like that's the guy that I'm scared about. And I have a feeling he's probably not going to be healthy all year because he's usually sitting on the sideline because he's injured. So maybe they did make a mistake cutting Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you cut Jeff Wilson Jr. to keep one. I understand keeping the rookie. Like you don't.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen Jordan James yet, but
Mhm.
Isaac Guerrero, man, he's had some moments, but God, there's a lot of issues with him. He's very fragile, extremely fragile, and I don't know.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, and we've just seen little flashes from Greno too. Like it's just like he needs to play. He needs to prove that he can actually stay healthy, and he just hasn't done that whatsoever. How did he get Grant? How did he get injured? He got injured in practice, and then he came back, and then now he got injured again. Right? He got injured in practice.
Dude, he got injured in a special teams drill, not
Yes.
returning. He's not a returner anymore. He's like on coverage. I don't know. It seemed like they're really down on him, but they didn't know what to do, and they kept him. But I mean, what are you guys really expecting from Isaac Guerrero this season? Are they going to use him now that Brian Robinson Jr. is on the team?
They're probably going to use him a lot less. I hope they use Brian
don't think they're
Robinson
gonna
Jr.
use
Like,
him.
they're going to use. I just think Guerrero's just kind of what I've seen from Guerrero is he just runs and he's fast. Like he doesn't really have great vision. He just runs and just That's all he does. Like, I don't know.
I feel like they're not going to use Garendo or Jordan James, but they're on the team because they drafted them, and they're afraid to cut their draft picks, especially guys who were taken before round 5.
I think it's going to be
Jake Moody situation.
I think it's going to be harder to use Jordan James just because he didn't play in preseason. Like, I think if he played in preseason and we saw flashes of what he could do, we just don't know anything about Jordan James. So it's going to be hard to just throw him into a regular season game and expect him to cook. But I don't know.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried about Garendo, but I feel like they're actually going to play a little bit. So we'll see.
But we don't know with Kyle. Kyle doesn't play. He gives Christian McCaffrey 75 snaps and he's probably going to give Brian Robinson like 3. So we'll see.
We'll see. I got a question for you before we get to the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to you about Jauan. Have the Niners mishandled the Jauan Jennings situation? First of all, we've heard from John Lynch twice on this subject, at the beginning of camp and at the end. And at the beginning, he was very upbeat and positive. Like, we're going to work this out. Jauan's here. We love Jauan. No problems. Yesterday, he seemed so annoyed. I don't know if it was at the questions or at Jauan or something else going on, but he was like, yeah, he did ask for a trade, but we're not going to grant it. And I don't know if he's going to be out there week 1. And it just seemed really exasperated. Do you blame the Niners at all? Is this all Jauan's fault? Should they have handled this by now, handled it differently? What do you guys think? It's lingering.
It's kind of a tough situation, in my opinion, because of the fact that Jauan got a contract last year. You know what I mean? It's just it's almost too soon. Because he only signed a 2-year deal. So he obviously wants another deal. I love Jauan. I think everybody loves Jauan. So it's just kind of a tough situation. And maybe Lynch is just tired. How is it every year we always have multiple contracts we have to deal with? And then to top it off, my question is how much do the Niners really value receiver? They drafted one. They drafted one last year in the first round. This year they drafted one later in Jordan Watkins. But it always seems like an absolute battle when they're paying receivers. Debo was a battle, Ayuk was a battle, Jauan was a battle for a little bit before he got his deal. So it's just I don't know.
I think this is a battle just because of his calf. I think the Niners have actually handled this great. I think Jennings and his agent, they haven't done a great job. I honestly think, though, the Niners aren't going to give, you can't give a guy a contract that has a calf injury and is aging. Jauan Jennings should actually, he should kind of he should realize that, the Niners are being smart right now. You can't give a guy that has a calf injury and is getting old a brand new contract and expect him to just come back and not tear his Achilles. You can't do that. You can't.
I think the Niners feel exasperated because I think they feel that Jauan's asking for what he can't get. I think Jauan wants more than $20 million a year. I can't prove it. I think he wants close to $25 million a year. And on the open market, I don't know that he'd get more than $15, $16, $17 million a year. So from the Niners perspective, it's dude, you want more than you're worth. If there's no trade market for you because teams don't want to pay you what you're asking for. Maybe there is a trade market, but it just seems like you are not in reality and you're holding up everything because. So I can see them being frustrated with that, but it's why do you think he's holding out for all this money? Because it worked when Ayuk did it. It worked when Kittle did it. You folded so many times in a row that now you have to deal with a B-level player trying the same thing. And you could be frustrated, be like, Jauan, who do you think you are? But from his perspective, why wouldn't he try, given the history of this organization? Yes. And 2, he does have some leverage considering all the wide receivers who are out right now. And you could try to beat Seattle week 1 without him, and you might. But it just seems dicey.
But Grant, do you think
he has to?
Do you think he's holding out, or do you think it's his calf? Because I think it's his calf. Because I think if he was just holding out, they would have got something done already. Because that's a guy you need out there week 1. There's no way. His calf must be it must be really bad.
But I think it's a mix of both. It's a mix of both, Mosh, because his calf might be not great, but at the end of the day, he's almost 30. He was a 7th round draft pick. He's had one good year, right?
Yeah.
One really good year. The rest of the years, it's just been okay production.
Yeah.
So he has to get a new contract, and this is probably one of his last ones in the NFL. He might get another, 1-year deal, 2-year deal down the line with another team, but this is really his last chance to get like a good deal in the NFL. You know, so that's why he's. I mean, he has to. He doesn't
What
really
would
have
you want
another
to pay him?
choice. I wouldn't pay him what Grant was saying, like over 20. I'd pay
But
him.
right now, would you pay him 15 mil? A guy that has a lingering calf injury that could turn out to be,
I
don't
mean,
want to.
they have more information. They obviously have more
That's true.
information, and Jauan would talk if they were talking about contracts. So if it was if his calf wasn't that bad and it was a 3-year, $40 to $45 million deal, I'd pay him. I love Jauan.
I think the Niners have mishandled this. I think it's clear that they don't want to extend him. They're not planning on him being here next year. Fine. I feel that. I could completely understand. But they want to do this thing where they make him play out his contract and they make him be here one more year. Dude, like, don't do that. It's going to result in this holdout. He's going to be unhappy. When he does come back against his will, like, it's not going to be good for the team or the locker room. He won't be in great football shape. We saw this play out with Charvarius Ward last year. It could be worse with Jauan Jennings. Like, as soon as he requested the trade and you knew you weren't going to give him what he wanted, you should have traded him.
Yeah.
You should have traded him. Now you always take this option C where it's like, nah. We're going to make you sort of bend to our will. I don't know that you need to play this game. It's hurting the whole team. You could have traded him for Jacoby Myers and at least had a guy. A guy. Now you're going to start. Who are you going to start week 1? Marquez Valdez-Scantling?
Do you not know who that is, Grant?
Yeah.
Like, come on. What are we talking about?
Or Sky Moore or Robbie Chosen. There's so many great options out there.
There is. Sky Moore is actually probably my favorite option out of all of them.
So look, if this lingers on the season and the Niners use it as some kind of an excuse, well, we didn't have our guy out there. Man, you created the situation. And I can't help but notice that with Sean McVay, if someone requests a trade with the Rams, you know what he says? Bet.
Yeah.
Bet. Get the fuck out of here.
I sometimes absolutely can't stand how the Niners play these situations. Like they, even if it's with the contract, like there's obviously going to be some back and forth, like request a trade or whatever. But I feel like they let these situations just linger too long. Like make a damn decision. Like that's I don't know. It's just frustrating.
Oh, Jauan's being unreasonable and he doesn't seem like he's going to be out there.
Then trade him.
Great.
Then trade him. Yeah, great. Trade him. Cool.
Yeah, he just made your decision for you, man. What is this like? Let's hold out and see if he changes his mind. Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Anyway, I do think the Niners, and I saw Jauan. I saw the frustration on John Lynch's face. I didn't feel sympathy for him, man. I'm sorry. This is the job you wanted to do. This is the situation you created. Like, either fix it or someone else will come in and fix it. And you created this precedent. I'm so sorry. But you did it with
Lynch doesn't look like he cares. Lynch does not look like he cares. Then that whole press conference, it looked like he didn't give two shits.
I didn't read it that way. I read it as Kyle said beforehand, hey, John, you're answering these questions about Jauan. And John's like, okay, I'll do it. And Kyle sat there like this as John took all the heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think John wanted to take the heat on that one.
No.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to take it either. All right, let's look at the practice squad. The Niners have a bunch of players on their practice squad. I'm going to name out names. You tell me how you feel about the names. So they put both Tanner Mordecai and Connor Bradley on IR and signed Adrian Martinez to their practice squad. He played at Nebraska and K-State. He was with the Jets on their practice squad last year. So this is sort of another Robert Saleh. I mean, that's the connection. Yeah. There's been a lot of Jets that they brought over. What do you think of the newest 49ers quarterback?
I mean, I didn't know who he was until you just said he went to Nebraska and K-State, and now I know who he is because I remember him playing. But he didn't do anything in college. He's not very good. I don't like him. But it is what it is. I mean, it's a practice squad guy.
I don't like him.
I don't like him.
I remember him playing against, I want to say UCLA. Maybe I'm wrong. But he struck me as a good college quarterback who can run, but not really the best passer, which is so strange that the Niners would want him. But again, this might be more of a Robert Saleh. Is Robert Saleh the head coach and general manager of this team?
He might.
Every time they bring someone over, it's a freaking...
It's a jet.
Martinez reminds me of like a Dollar Tree Kellen Mond, and Kellen Mond's not good, so I don't like this guy.
I don't know. I thought the Niners were getting rid of Bradley or putting him on IR because I thought Curtis Rourke was coming back, but I was thinking very wrong. He's not back yet.
Not yet.
No.
He got all that surgery at the end of the college
And
season, so it's he probably misses most of the year, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
another guy, Robbie Chosen, is on the practice squad. Veteran, though.
I love him.
With every practice squad guy, you can elevate him 3 times and keep him on the practice squad. Eventually, you could bring him onto the 53-man roster. I thought he had a good preseason. What do you think of Robbie Chosen?
I mean, Grant, like your best friend, I'm not gonna lie, he actually looked really good. Like I loved Robbie Chosen in preseason. Like I think he's like 32. He still has the speed. I think if another wide receiver goes down, you bring him out. I honestly didn't like him at the start, but he didn't look that bad. I wasn't like
He seemed like he still had juice.
that's what I'm saying.
he
Like,
seemed
he
like he
still
still
has
had
that
juice.
speed.
Yeah.
He's not
And
going to be much of a blocker, but
No.
he could definitely run the routes that Ricky Pearsall runs.
Also,
if
tell me
needed.
why like we've kind of had this Robbie Chosen like multiple times on the practice squad or roster, like fighting for a roster spot. Until now, it never seemed like he was actually running routes that he's like that are in his bag and like good for him, like crossing routes, deep routes, post routes. Like he wasn't running these routes last time, and now he's running them and getting open. Like I kind of like it. I don't know. Did Kyle learn
agree.
something?
Yeah, I didn't see anything from Robbie Chosen last year. I thought
No,
maybe he didn't get
I
much of an
didn't either.
opportunity, but this year it's like, oh yeah, I remember you. That's
Yeah.
you. That's Robbie Anderson out there. They got the Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, next one, cornerback Eli Apple. He's 30. He played at Ohio State. And he was a top 10 pick. Now
10
he's
years too late.
hanging on. Yeah. If he ever has to play this year, God.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eli Apple is Eli Apple. That all I remember of Eli Apple is when he was getting cooked in the Super Bowl by Cooper Kupp. That's all I remember. Like I don't.
It's scary that they
not
would put 30-year-old wash cornerback on the practice squad. Like, man, there's no upside here. You're just here. He's just here so he might have to actually play in a game if people get hurt, which is terrifying. It'd be nice if you had someone young that you were developing.
You know who I actually maybe this
100%.
I don't know if we could have got him, but Nick, you remember Kobe Bryant from Canada?
Yeah.
He went on waivers.
got-
That's a guy that I would have
Yeah.
liked to bring in instead of having a 30-year-old Eli Apple there. Like, why not just bring in a guy like Kobe Bryant?
It's also
Yeah.
too bad they got Jacob Robinson hurt with 5 minutes left.
I know.
Like, come on,
So
man.
annoying.
I know.
Come on.
It's
Jalen
frustrating.
Graham, 24-year-old linebacker, back on the practice squad.
Yep.
I feel like he's been improving, but I don't know. What do you think? I still think there's some potential there.
I do too. But it's crazy that Bethune got the spot over Jalen Grant.
I feel it. I think
I
Bethune
love
is
how
good.
how he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how he plays. I mean, every time he plays, if he plays like whole third quarter and fourth quarter of those preseason games, he's getting like 12, 13
15
tackles.
sacks.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
He reminds me a little bit of Chris Borland in the sense that it's like you run a slow 40, but you're always around the ball. And maybe you don't really have the sideline to sideline speed and you're going to be diving for people's ankles and stuff. But in the mid as a middle linebacker, not an outside linebacker, I think he's pretty freaking good between the tackles. I like him.
Chris Borland, man.
Borland. All right, Drake
was so
Nugent,
good.
center. He's back. You think there's any potential there? Like they've been developing this guy.
The Nuge.
The Nuge.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. He's
I don't know what to
Stanford
say
and Michigan, smart guy, but I don't know how
Great
physically
guy.
imposing he is.
here.
Seems like a nice
Malik
guy.
Turner, 29, wide receiver. They got a lot of vets on this practice squad. Malik
I
Turner.
like Malik Turner. He's just always been I don't know, around, it seems like. I like him, but good practice squad guy. I hope he doesn't play.
But stay on that practice squad. Braden Willis, 25 years old, hasn't really made it with the Niners yet. I
I've
don't
never
know, like,
liked Braden Willis.
Dude, he's ass. Braden Willis is
Oh.
ass.
Yeah, I've never
Damn.
liked him.
thank you, Maj.
He's
It
just not
seems like
good.
he's not enough of a threat as a receiver to offset the fact that he's not a blocker,
Yeah.
No.
right?
Exactly.
Seems like Jake
Yeah.
Ton just kind of took the play away from him. When they drafted Braden Willis, I thought they were like, man, this guy could play a little fullback. He
Yeah.
could be, it's like, I don't know if he could play a little anything.
No,
No.
he can't.
And he either needs to be faster or he needs to like have a better route tree because his routes don't look that good and he's not fast enough to not
No.
look good at routes.
He's
Ooh,
very
other than
slow.
that, promising. Nick Zakelj on the practice field. He's been on the Niners roster for a few years. They waived him. No
I was
team wanted him,
shocked.
and he's back on the practice squad. I mean, they did waive Colton McKivitz at one point. He was on their practice squad at one point. I just feel like Nick Zakelj is finally where he belongs. Sorry. I feel like he was in the running for worst player on the team like 3 years in a row. No
Isn't it
disrespect.
bad?
I mean, these are NFL players and they're all great and shit, but like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it bad that we're getting our offensive line like starters waived at one point in their careers? Like these guys we're cooked. We are
Yeah.
cooked.
Cooked.
Not good.
Cooked. All
No,
right.
I was watching the show yesterday with your dad, Grant, and I totally agree. Like if Trent Williams goes down, we are bottom 3 offensive lines in the NFL.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's bad.
And
It's
even
very
with Trent
bad.
Williams, like it's
It's
such a
still bad.
mediocre offensive
Yes.
line, and it feels like the way the rest of the league is going is like trying to get a good. I mean, the Eagles have put together a good offensive line. Ben Johnson and the Lions put together a good offensive line. The Niners are so much about like we don't need one because we're gonna dazzle you with motion. We have so much motion that you're gonna be on your heels. But it's like, yo, you've been doing this for 10 years, and like 3/4 of the teams in the league do it, and defenses see it every week. It's not really like dazzling them like it used to. The team that just won the Super Bowl doesn't dazzle you with tricks. They just push you around.
And the Eagles have like arguably, one of the better offensive lines in like the history of the NFL, and they're still grabbing offensive linemen off of waivers.
Yep.
And here we are, just it's like we turn a blind eye, Graham. Am I missing something?
I just feel like it's a little bit of an outdated philosophy. It's what the Niners have been doing for a long time. Like we can sort of skimp on the offensive line and load up elsewhere, and that's our cheat code because now we have all these weapons. But it seems like where the league is going is, man, that offensive line better be a weapon. Otherwise, anyway, let's keep going with the practice squad. They got a new running back. He's got a great name, Sincere McCormick. He had been with the Raiders. He played at UTSA. I don't know much about him.
Yeah, I saw one highlight. He looked really fast.
Yeah, I don't know. With the name Sincere McCormick, just give him the damn ball. Let him cook.
I don't know much about him. I have no clue.
I mean, I do think it's interesting that let's stick with this for a second. You know who isn't on the Niners practice squad? Corey Kiner. Corey Kiner, the Niners put him on IR to essentially shut him down for the year, give him a redshirt year. But he doesn't have a season-ending injury. It's a high ankle sprain, which is what, a month, maybe 2. Yeah. And I guess the Niners weren't interested in bringing him back midseason because you only have eight players that you can put on IR and bring back. And they didn't want to use one of them on him because he's an undrafted rookie. So they said, you're going to take a redshirt year. And he said, no, I'm not. I put out good tape. I would like to sign an injury settlement and get out of here. So he's not with the Niners anymore. And said they have Sincere McCormick. I feel like that's too bad. I feel like Corey Kiner looked good. And now he's gone. That's too bad.
Yeah. But what happens? So say they had 8 people on. Just say they had 8 people on IR. And like game 3, somebody gets hurt that obviously is better than like a Corey Kiner. And they have to put him on IR. How would that work?
No, what I mean is like you can put 8 players throughout the year. 8 players who are on IR can come back. So like
you can
right
have
now,
as many as you want on IR, but only 8 can come back.
Exactly. And so the Niners have already designated Kevin Givens as one of their IR to return. So that's one. And they didn't want to designate Jacob Cowing because he's not that important. So they cut their punter and then put Jacob Cowing on the team and then put him on IR so they can take. Anyway, I just don't think they wanted to do that for Corey Kiner. And I think it bit him. I mean, 8's a lot. 8's a lot. And I think he kind of seemed promising. But hey, Sincere McCormick.
Does that show that they don't have any confidence in their players staying healthy?
I mean, I wouldn't either. Okay, well, they also have edge William Bradley King. He's 27. He went to Arkansas State. I mean,
awesome guy. Great name. Bradley King.
I feel. Derek Canteen, cornerback, 24 years old, played at Georgia Southern, Virginia Tech, Cincinnati. Kind of young. You saw him play. I mean, what do you think of Derek Canteen?
Just a guy.
Just a guy.
Okay, Curtis Robinson is on the practice squad yet again. He's been his team for like Curtis 5 years, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I think of Curtis Robinson, I always think of Nick's take. Like Nick, you had like a really big take on Curtis Robinson, didn't you? Say like he was like you think he could be like linebacker too, or something?
Yeah, I still think he'll play this year. I think he's a stud, dude. I love the way he plays the game. I think he plays the game the right way, and he's a smart dude. Went to Stanford. Like I love him.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%. Thank you. Welcome to the club.
I didn't see anything from Luke Gifford that made me feel like, oh, that's why the Niners signed him. But maybe it'll be apparent on special teams.
Yep. You put Curtis Robinson in there.
No problem.
Yeah, you put Curtis Robinson in there. He's getting a couple picks throughout the year, and they're going to be random. I love him.
I thought you meant week 1. I was like, damn, you're calling your shot right now.
Maybe.
Nick, and
All right.
the first pick that Curtis Robinson had, it's like he really read that play, and DJ, whatever his name, didn't totally just throw it literally right into his chest.
He got that guy cut. See it, DJ.
No,
All right, one more guy.
He's their third quarterback somehow. I don't know how that guy actually is in the NFL. Makes no sense.
No, he's out.
Yeah.
DJ. Yeah, he's out. It's
No,
Heineke.
he's on the practice squad.
Oh, yep. Okay. It's
Heineke got booted. No, Heineke got booted.
Terrible.
Heineke, okay, yeah.
Okay. Junior Bergen on the practice squad. He was their last pick. I guess it's not. I'm not surprised, man. I don't know what they were going for with that one, but he had no chance.
Dude, this guy gets so much hate, though. This guy.
It's not his fault, and he was a late round pick. But they built him up like he was Devin Hester. This guy. I mean, my son. Like I'm telling you, wait until you see this guy. It's like, okay, he's kind of small. He's not that fast. What? And then he dropped that punt. And was like, sorry, Junior. But he got a lot of hate though. Clear. As soon as Sky Moore muffs one, Junior Bergen's going to get his opportunity. Sebastian Valdez made it through. I'm surprised, man. Like Sebastian Valdez.
I don't know why they dropped him or why they
because they knew that no one was going to. I think
there's no chance they knew no one was going to get him. He put on a good tape.
The perception of the Niners right now is that their team is thin. So I don't think teams are looking at the Niners roster being like, we want to claim their rejects. Because the Niners are claiming other teams' rejects. So maybe just the perception of the Niners being thin, people overlook Sebastian Valdez because to me, he was their best rookie D lineman in camp, in preseason.
100%.
It doesn't mean he'll be their best, but like right now, he's better than CJ West and Alfred Collins. It's like they could elevate him week 1 and use him. They should. They need D lineman week 1.
Well, Grant, I think the only way you could say that he looked better than CJ West and Alfred is because, he did look better than Alfred, but CJ West didn't play. He played one game.
True.
But I can't take that
credit for staying out there.
Yeah. You can't take that away from him. He did look really good, and he has a great name. People call him the Hulk. Absolutely love that.
How do you get a nickname from players on the team and you don't make the team? Like you
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. He plays his ass off. I love that about him. Like he plays so hard, and you can tell. Yeah. Like I don't know. I was shocked when they let him go. I was shocked.
He's strong. He's in great shape. He can run sideline. He can pursue. He's not just like at the point of attack. He can get plays away from him. I like him, but he's still here. All right, more guys. We got another vet, Trevis Gibson. He made a couple plays, I guess. 28.
What are we talking about?
It's a guy.
Yeah,
he's a guy.
What a
it's a guy. Squad. I got a question about the quarterback.
Yeah.
Should the 49ers let Brock cook? That's one of your words, and I'm trying to understand what it means. And to me, the way I would use it in a sentence is like, Brock doesn't have more power, authority, freedom at the line of scrimmage than Jimmy had. He's being used. He's better than Jimmy, but he's being used the same way that Jimmy was used. And with Jimmy, it made sense to not let him use his brain that much because, sorry, he wasn't that smart. I'm sorry. He didn't seem that invested or that smart. I'm so sorry. It is what it is, okay? Brock is different. Brock seems super prepared, super smart, and cerebral. Like that's one of his best qualities. And yet he's entering year 4. He just got the bag, and it doesn't seem like he's getting those freedoms. Meanwhile, D'Amico just gave him to C.J. Stroud. He's now allowed to audible at the line of scrimmage or set his own protections. Brock still hasn't been given those freedoms yet. What do you think? Has he earned them? Would the Niners be better, putting more on his plate, or are things good the way they are?
Okay, Grant, I don't know. I don't know if this is the same question you're asking, but literally last night I was on YouTube and I was watching one of these YouTube shorts. You asked Shanahan this question, like, why don't you let Brock do this? And then Shanahan literally said, like, he does. So, like, don't they already let him cook?
Okay, that's a great question. What Kyle does is he'll call 2 plays.
Okay.
When they're in the huddle, and then he'll say, "Can it?" Meaning, if the first play is supposed to be, against a certain look. If it's cover 3, cover 4, we're going with this. If it's man, I want you to call the second play. So he gives the quarterback some choice. We're not just going to run one play, but you don't get to go up there and be like, actually, I want you to run a fade. I like this matchup. We're just going to go handle this one-on-one right here. You used to see Aaron Rodgers do little hand. You don't see that very much anymore. Also, you used to always see Peyton Manning and Tom Brady before the snap being like 57's the mic, 55's the mic before
or
they
Drew
got the
Brees
ball.
with Michael Thomas.
Or Drew Brees. And with the Niners, it's always Jake Brendel, has a, he's lower to the ground than Brock Purdy. It's harder for him to see the strong safety and the nickel back and all the potential blitzers. And we saw in the Super Bowl how inconsistent at best Jake Brendel is at that. So I would like to see if things get better with Brock doing it.
Well, Grant, if you pay a quarterback $265 million, he should do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Yeah, so, let him cook.
Let him cook. That. I think he should
cook.
In the kitchen. And I think that you could say that Kyle Shanahan boosted and elevated Brock for the beginning of his career, but at a certain point, I think he's going to be holding him back because Brock does have the capability to run an NFL offense without the training wheels. And I think what Kyle said is like, only a few quarterbacks in the world can really do that stuff. Well, guess what, dude? You got one of them.
Yeah. And I think Purdy's smart.
And if you don't use him that way, then you're really like, I think, not using him to his full capabilities.
I just feel like Shanahan thinks I feel like Shanahan is like, oh, I know more than you, Purdy. But Purdy's on the field. He sees everything. He's actually playing the game. So
that's right.
Honestly, yes, let him cook. Let Brock cook. Let him cook.
And I think Brock, I'd like to see it. I don't think Brock would start audibling to passes left and right. I think Breeze did that. Yeah. I think Breeze would hear it run play and be like, nah, we're passing. I don't see Brock being that kind of guy. I feel like he would make good, responsible decisions. And if he doesn't, then you can take it away from him. But like, if CJ Stroud gets to do it, and I think it's so interesting that D'Amico, who's a Kyle Shanahan guy, is like, you know what? I think that system isn't right for my quarterback anymore. I think he outgrew it. Anyway, let him cook. All right, last topic. What is your biggest concern for week 1 in Seattle? The Niners are still favored to win this game. I mean, that team has Sam Darnold, and no one's scared of Sam Darnold. But the Niners could be starting Marquez Valdes-Scantling and a bunch of rookies on defense. If you had to name the biggest concern you have, there's a few. I mean, why don't we just go through them? What are the concerns for week 1?
I mean, the biggest one has to be injuries. It has to be who's going to be healthy for week 1. I think if we're healthy, Seahawks don't stand a chance. They don't. Sam Darnold, he doesn't scare me. Cooper Kupp, he's washed. Those guys don't scare me. It's just the biggest thing that I'm scared about is our players not being 100% healthy. I think that's number 1 on my list.
Okay.
I'm worried about the offensive line. Like they're putting together an okay defensive line. And I think if we can run the ball, we win that game easily. If we can't run the ball, we might be cooked.
And Nick, I think the biggest reason why you're scared about the offensive line, Dominic Puni, we don't even know if he's supposed to be playing week 1, but let's say if he doesn't play week 1, we are actually like screwed. We're screwed. Our offensive line is going to be terrible.
Grant, when you're in the media room and they're asking Shanahan about like players like Puni and stuff, and he does his classic, or like John Lynch does the classic, like, yeah, they should be good to go week 1. Do you guys not just laugh? Like, do you not just laugh? Because the amount of times he says this, it's unreal. Like McCaffrey last year, like, yeah, he'll be good to go next week. The entire season goes by and he's still not good to go.
I know, man. And that's why I feel like it's not good to fib or stretch the truth. Just be as transparent as you can be, because over time, people remember all the times that you let them astray 100%. And they stop trusting you and they start making fun, and then you start to lose I feel like John and Kyle's stock is lower than it's ever been.
Yeah,
ever.
it's just
and not just because they lost, because of stuff like this. Like last year was a joke. You really gaslit fans the whole way through, and they feel like you're doing it again after you got caught.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, I feel like they were so embarrassed by that situation, like giving McCaffrey that contract and then him being out the entire year. That has to be.
But how about this? I mean, like they said, we asked John in July, "Hey man, is Jauan holding out?" And John's like, all I know is he's here. And Kyle's like, he hasn't formally requested a trade. That was the question. Has he requested a trade? And John wouldn't answer it. And Kyle's like, nah. And then yesterday, someone's like, well, did he request a trade? And John's like, the thing is, he did though, but that was a while ago, and we're not going to honor it. It's like, well, then why did Kyle say he didn't? Yeah. That's why are you bringing up old stuff? Why are you bringing up old stuff? Okay. All right. Here's my biggest concern for week 1. I think it's the defensive line, because look, the Seahawks are going to try to run the ball a lot. It's Kubiak and it's Darnold.
Yeah.
So that's why Robert Saleh drafted all these run defenders, and Michael didn't play in the preseason. West played 1 game. Alfred Collins played 3 and struggled. So those guys might be great run defenders by week 5 or 10, but week 1, can they really stop the run the way Saleh envisioned for this team? Like, they might get pushed around a little. It might be a little bit of a baptism for some of these rookies on the D line. I don't know.
We'll find out. I mean,
We'll find out.
The Seattle's also a team that had like what's his name? That offensive lineman. Is it Marcus Peters or am I tweaking? The old offensive lineman they had last year, like signed.
Oh, I forget. Now they got Gray's Abel at left guard. They got Charles Cross at left tackle. They got Abe Lucas at right guard, at right tackle. They have a pretty solid O-line right now when healthy. And look, again, they're not going to beat the Niners with Darnold throwing. He doesn't have Jefferson. He doesn't have Addison. It's going to be them running the ball a lot with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. So can the Niners hold up for 4 quarters? Maybe.
I think that is the biggest. That is one of the biggest concerns because we don't know crap about Michael Williams. We know a little bit about CJ West, and we know Alfred Collins, but he just hasn't looked that great.
There's also D Winners. Like, how's he going to do against the run?
I'm not that worried, actually. I'm actually not that worried. I think I still think I'm more worried about the offensive line than I'm.
I do think the offensive line is.
I'm looking it up right now. Last year, the Seahawks had 45 sacks, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th best. So they have a pretty good pass rush.
Yeah.
Leonard Williams had about 11 sacks. Boy, Mafia's good.
Mafia's good.
We don't know anything. Even Utragos Matos, we don't know anything about him, and he might be coming back I don't actually think he's going to come back week 1 because that guy's so injury prone. We don't know what he's going to look like. We don't know anything about this defensive line yet.
I like how with Jauan Jennings, like, hey, is he going to play week 1? And they're like, I don't know, man. These calves are kind of tough. Like, hey, is your Utragos Matos going to play week 1? Yeah, he's fine. He'll be out there. It's like, oh, okay. Guess there's a difference there. Any other concerns for week 1? I mean, how about Kyle Shanahan against Mike McDonald? Is that a concern to you, that matchup and play caller versus play caller? Two good ones. No.
Shanahan clears. Come on.
Here's what concerns me about this. Shanahan is very good, but I think his weakness is picking up pressure and blitzes. We saw it in the Super Bowl. He doesn't really do max protect. He always wants to beat you with hot routes and quick throws. And Jake Brendel can get confused setting those protections. You can get a lot of unblocked rushers, and that's hard. It's hard to win that way. So not just getting blown off the ball, but just picking up the disguised rushes that McDonald is good at and Saleh's good at too.
You know what changes that a little bit is getting Brian Robinson. Like he can actually hold up on a protection. Like that guy's a big mother effer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. If somebody blitzes like straight up a middle, like linebacker, like he can hold his own.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And the Washington used him in an interesting way last year. They often had him and Eckler on the field at the same time, both tailbacks. It'd be so cool to see the Niners do that this year instead of trotting Juszczyk out there once again. You know, like, I mean, it's fine. You could use them sometimes, but wouldn't it be cool to get McCaffrey and Robinson on the field together?
That would be amazing.
It would be more. I mean, look, all I know is if I'm on the defense and I see Juszczyk coming on the field and Robinson going off, I'm like, yes. But if I say Juszczyk going off the field and Ryan coming on, I'm like, oh shit, what are they going to do with McCaffrey and Rob? Like, this is not good.
I
wish you would go off the field and Juszczyk would come back on. That would be what I think.
Who do you trust more catching the ball out of the backfield, Robinson or Juszczyk?
Probably Juszczyk. Juszczyk's actually Juszczyk.
I think Robinson's a sleeper.
He's a sleeper, but I honestly think Juszczyk does have great hands. He does.
Yeah, when it comes to catching the ball down the field, as much as I don't like him, I would have to give it to Juszczyk. If you were talking about like throwing a screen pass to someone, Robinson.
Oh, 100%.
Robinson. But if you like talk about the wheel route up the sideline, Juszczyk for sure. He's good with that. But like really, how many routes do they use Juszczyk on? Like what are his go-to plays that they get in the ball with? The wheel route once a month.
Usually wheel route. Yeah. Sometimes he runs a lot of sideline stuff too, like out routes. But it's
I think another concern is wide receiver. Like, who's Purdy actually going to throw the ball to week 1? Listen, the thing that I'm not ready for,
Kittle's going for 120 yards.
If we lose this game and I make the excuse like, oh, Purdy had no wide receiver, and then people are like, oh, well, you paid him $265 million. Like, it's just, who's going to be this guy's wide receivers week 1? Pearsall, who else? Marquez Valdez-Scantling?
It's going to be Kittle. I'm telling you.
Pearsall, Kittle, and McCaffrey. You got 3 guys.
100%.
And I know it's not a lot, but that's kind of, I mean, what does Patrick Mahomes have?
Exactly. You're right.
You got 3 guys. I mean, literally, Pearsall's a first-round pick and looks good. Kittle's a future Hall of Famer, and McCaffrey was Offensive Player of the Year. Like, my heart doesn't break for you.
Is great.
Yeah,
I love Marquez. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is actually my favorite player of all time. I'm going to get his jersey.
Really good. And I think he's a great fit with Brock Purdy because Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he runs in a straight line very fast. That's his skill set. And Purdy throws a phenomenal deep ball. So, I mean, it's about time. Did you see that the last 5 teams that Valdez-Scantling started his season with?
Yeah, all
quarterbacks
MVP.
won MVP, and the one that didn't won Super Bowl MVP. So stock up for Brock.
You're such an asshole. Marcus Valdez-Scantling, he runs straight really fast, and Purdy throws a great deep ball.
Those are true statements. I saw all kind of advanced stats that Purdy's deep ball is the best. I don't trust my eyes when I watch football. I watch it, but then I go over to David and get the stats because I need someone to translate. You know what I mean? I'm not smart 100%. Enough. I'm emotional.
Just give it to you right on a platter.
Please explain it with stats.
Yeah.
David spread my sheet says you got me talking about David Lombardi talking about our new dual threat quarterback. Yeah, Adrian Martinez. DeMarcus
Bro, that
Jones.
picture is crazy too. That profile picture is crazy.
DeMarcus Jones says, Grant, stream more. I'm on a road trip to the Bay from Alabama. I just want to hear your voice. Oh, that is so nice of you. All right, well, I'll be back tonight with my wonderful voice. David spread my sheet says, I love you, Grant. I love you too, David. Frisco Shield says the play of the offense with random dudes plus Pearsall shows the team doesn't need Jauan. Then trade him. Trade him.
Get rid of him.
Well, is Frisco saying like regular season, like he needs to see week 1 in Seattle, he needs to see week 2, like depending on that is if we need Jauan or not? Is that what he's saying?
I don't think so. It seemed like a statement. We've seen the offense with random dudes and Pearsall in the preseason, random dudes being Sky Moore and Robbie Chosen, and they don't need Jauan. All right, man. All right. I do think the Niners can beat the Seahawks without Jauan. I think it kind of more depends on their defense than their offense. I mean, we'll see. Grant, when is 4-man front coming back? I don't know, but I want it to come back. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. Life is funny. Lamont 757 says New Jersey's fire, but trying to distract us from truth. That's what I'm saying, man. They're fire, but if they're 6-10 when they wear them, no one's gonna like them. You got to be good when you put them on.
People are looking way too into these jerseys. Like they're just freaking uniforms. Like there's
something to talk about. BNA established 1988 says, Grant, you got to crash the fuck out when Moody blows a game this season. It's gonna happen. Even Moody knows it. That's the thing I don't understand with Moody. Like the Niners keep trying to speak this into existence and say how confident they are in him. No, you're not. You're not confident in him. He's not confident in him. No one's confident in him. That's the freaking problem. And when he has one more miss in a real season, you know he's on a short leash. Then you're gonna get rid of him. Like, why even wait?
Yeah, but Grant, did he not hit a 59-yard field goal against the Raiders and then not miss a PAT? He hit his PATs the next game, right? He didn't miss any.
A lot of bad kickers can hit kicks from far away. And I'm not saying he's bad, but I feel like clearly the pressure of being a 3rd round pick is too much. Like having to justify that is too much. If he went to another team, no one care where he got drafted. He'd just be another kicker who might make it. He might do better on another team, but here it's not going to work here.
No,
I don't think it's going to work here.
Why do the Niners lie too? Like there's not any other good teams that do this.
No.
Like what do they lie about this time?
Like, oh, you know, we believe in Moody.
Jake's good.
Oh, yeah, like it doesn't matter who it is. It's like, oh yeah, this guy's great. Like last year, like Larry talked about this a bunch last year. Larry would always ask, like, oh, what do you think of, like, you know, even if it's an assistant coach, it's like, oh, we love him, like great locker room guy. Like, we love him. Yeah, exactly. Like no, I feel like no other good team lies. They just go, yeah, like this guy's not doing his job. Fired. Boom. Get him out of here. Why did you fire him? He wasn't doing his job. Not the right guy for this position or whatever it may be.
Like, I'm so tired about the Moody thing is like John will be like, you know, he has this great game and people are still upset. It's like you're trying to make it seem like it's a narrative thing and that content creators aren't being fair. Like, no. Every football fan understands what's going on here, man.
Yeah.
Everyone. Fans of your team,
100%.
fans of other teams are like, oh my God, Jake Moody's still on the okay. Like I'll watch. It's like a train wreck.
Mhm.
I don't understand. It's a kicker. He's like, just get Greg Joseph, dude. He's fine. I don't understand.
John Lynch saying that Moody had a great preseason. He did not have a great preseason. He had Did you catch this too? Because so we charted the kicks between him and Greg Joseph. Moody was 21 of 24. Joseph was 22 of 24. So Lynch is like, yeah, they competed. And, a lot of people say he didn't win the competition, but he did win the competition because there were other kicks away from the media. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. It's like they have an obsession
There
with
was a super secret competition that we didn't get to see. Oh, and he was better when no one was watching?
Yeah, he's playing finger football.
You're telling me when no one watches, he's great? I could have told you that. Isn't the whole thing about pressure?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he was really good when no one was watching, man. That's hilarious. Yeah. Wish I could sleep 2 years and wake up to BP cut. I don't feel that way. I feel like of this team's problems, Brock Purdy is far down the list. Maybe his contract is up there, but he is a good player. I don't know.
And dude, this is such a casual take too. Like, who says this stuff? Like, wake up 2 years to Brock Purdy cut. Like, do we not remember what it was like before Brock with Jimmy and then who else? Like, you want to go back to that? Like, Brock's a great quarterback. I don't know why we're acting like we want him to be cut in 2 years. Like, how delusional is this? I don't know.
And again, I'd like to see Brock with more freedom at the line of scrimmage before I say what he can and can't do. Like, he's only played 2.5 seasons. One was great. One wasn't. Let's see what he can do at 25 years old. He's a lot of fun to watch when Jimmy Garoppolo never was.
Exactly.
He takes his craft seriously. Is he a top 10 quarterback in the league? I don't know. Maybe not. But he's definitely the best quarterback they've had in a while. And I like him.
Yeah.
I'm more focused on Kyle this year. To me, this season is about Kyle and John. This is not a referendum on maybe it will be at some point if Brock Purdy keeps, throwing picks in the fourth quarter of close games. Like, then it is on him. But this is much more about, like, Brock's going to be here next year. Brock's going to be here next year. Is Kyle going to be here
the next 4 years?
Yeah.
100%.
Is Kyle going to be here next year? We'll see. Frisco Shield says, no, we've seen it. The league doesn't want to pay Jauan $5 million.
I don't know what these takes are. You can't tell me that if we got rid of Jauan and he was on the open market, he would absolutely get 10 million plus from multiple teams.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
Joseph Ernberg said that franchise is filled with yes men. Yeah. Okay. Joshua Kukis donates $1. BNA established 1988 says Moody would have been great during COVID.
100%. 100%. Moody would have been the greatest kicker ever. It would have been so good.
There would have been that one like security guy in the stands. It's like, boo! He just whiffs it.
Like the guy from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. You're never gonna get off that beach, you jackass.
All right, man. That's the show. Thanks for watching. The Niners have practiced in like an hour and a half, so stay tuned. Solid talks, locker room open.
Let's go.
Yup. It's almost that time. Guys, great show.
Let's go.
Great show.